Carey, I wouldn't drink off of your water bottle. What makes you think I'm going to drink off your dirty leather flask?
Have a little, buddy. It's magic potion. It'll make us have a great show. Do things no one else can do. See things no one else can see.
Sure, Carey. Magic potion.
Holy crap! It's the eyeball guy from Big Trouble!
Carey, there's nothing there.
It's the flying eyeball guy. He's looking right at me.
What are you talking about? There's nothing there.
He's staring into my soul. Are you honestly telling me you don't see that?
Carey, there really isn't anything there. That flying eyeball monster isn't real. What do you have in that flask?
Yeah, well, he's really freaking me out. Would you stop it? We can't try to destroy the world.
Oh my gosh, what a time for a mental breakdown.
We'll talk later when he's not around.
It's another episode of the Now Our Feature presentation.
I'm Carey Williams. The check is in the mail.
And I'm Josh Sanchez, and it's all in the reflexes.
Clearly it's not.
When an ancient supernatural sorcerer tries to take over the world starting in Chinatown, he gets a fight he didn't expect from a ragtag group of heroes. This next film is
Big Trouble in Little China. John Carpenter envisioned the film as an inverse of traditional scenarios in action films, with a Caucasian protagonist helped by a minority sidekick. Jack Burton, despite his bravado, is constantly portrayed as rather bumbling. In one fight sequence, he even knocks himself unconscious before the fight even begins.
Wang Chi, on the other hand, is constantly portrayed as highly skilled and competent.
The Three Storms were partly the inspiration for the popular character of the lightning god Raiden from Mortal Kombat fighting game series, while David Lo Pan was the inspiration for the evil sorcerer Shang Tsung. And the Three Storms were inspired by the Lone Wolf and Cub movie.
This just blew my mind. Jackie Chan was John Carpenter's first choice to play Wang Chi, but producer Lawrence Gordon was highly against it, fearing Chang's English wasn't good enough after seeing his performance in Battle Creek Brawl in 1980 and The Protector in 1985. But Carpenter wanted Chan after the success of Police Story in 1985, but Chan ultimately declined and Dennis Dunn was cast instead, which was a great choice.
He's amazing.
I loved it. He's amazing.
I love him in it.
Yeah.
John Carpenter and Kurt Russell explained on the audio commentary that the test screening was so overwhelmingly positive, they both expected it to be a big hit. However, 20th Century Fox put so little effort into promoting the movie, it ended up being a box office bomb. In addition, the film was released in the midst of the hype for the movie Aliens, which was released just 16 days afterwards. However, it went on to be a huge cult success on home video, and Carpenter and Russell both explained the reason the studio did little to promote it is they simply didn't know how to.
That's just insane. According to John Carpenter and Kurt Russell in the DVD commentary, the story was originally written as a Western, but Carpenter decided to set it during modern times. They even mentioned that instead of Jack Burton's truck being stolen, it was originally his horse.
I wonder what the horse's name would have been if it's the Pork Chop Express for the truck.
Right.
Kurt Russell based Jack Burton on John Wayne. In Escape from New York, he based Snake Plissken on Clint Eastwood.
So crazy. And then the soundtrack, of course, the score of Big Trouble in Little China was composed and performed by, directed by John Carpenter in association with synthesizer program and designer Alan Howarth. The synthesizer-driven propulsive soundtrack was recorded at Electric Melody Studios in Glendale, California, and released by Enigma Records.
The title song, Big Trouble in Little China, was written by John Carpenter and performed by the Coupe de Villes.
Now let's talk about the cast. First up, of course, we have Kurt Russell here playing Jack Burton. He is Escape from New York, The Thing, Overboard, Tango and Cash. Oh my gosh, love that movie. Backdraft, Captain Ron, love that movie. Tombstone, we did that movie. Stargate, we did that movie as well. And Escape from LA, another great movie.
It's also starring Kim Cattrall as Gracie Law. She's also in Porky's, Police Academy, Mannequin, and of course, Sex and the City.
And then we have, of course, Dennis Dung, who plays Wang Chi, pictured here, Year of the Dragon, The Last Emperor, and Prince of Darkness.
And the amazing James Hong is David Lo Pan. He's also in Airplane, Blade Runner, The Golden Child, Revenge of the Nerds 2, Vice Versa, Tango and Cash, Wayne's World 2, Tank Girl, and Mulan.
It's great. Golden Child's a great
good.
movie. And then we have Victor Wan, who plays Egg Shen here. He's in Year of the Dragon, The Golden Child, great movie. The Last Emperor, Prince of Darkness, Tremors, oh, it's a great movie as well. Three Ninjas movie series, and The Joy Luck Club.
I love him.
Yep.
We also have Kate Burton as Margot. She's in Life with Mikey, The First Wives Club, and The Ice Storm.
I love Life with Mikey.
That's a good one.
And then we have Donald Lee, who plays Eddie, pictured here. One Crazy Summer, Memoirs of an Invisible Man, Rapid Fire, and U.S. Marshals.
We have Carter Wong as Thunder. He's also in Hapkido, The Tournament, The Eight Masters, The Magnificent, Shaolin Kung Fu, Snake and the Eagle's Shadow Part 2, and The Game of Death.
I can honestly say that I have seen every single one of those
And I have
movies.
seen none of them.
Peter Kwong, who plays Raid. He's also in The Golden Child, Gleaming the Cube, great, fantastic movie, and Brain Smasher, A Love Story.
There's James Pax as Lightning, who's also in Year of the Dragon, Invasion USA, and The Dark Knight.
Great movie. And now let's talk about the press skit.
Such a good one.
Oh,
This-
man.
this one's a big deal.
So this is a big deal. So before you open that thing up, you crack it open and we see the contents of it. There is some history behind this, of course, with Mr. Carey Williams. Before we ever even started this, before the show was even a glimmer in our eyes, Carey Williams had this.
I obtained this for a very special reason. This movie was such a big deal to me as a child that my wife was gracious enough to allow me to bestow the wonderful name of Jack Burton upon my son.
That is
Who is now 5 years old.
It's awesome.
And
I love it.
I obtained this probably a year before we even started the show because I wanted to find John Carpenter at a convention and have him sign it to my son as a keepsake. I basically want to see if I can get him to sign it to the real Jack Burton from John Carpenter. And yeah, Jack is, he's amused with his name. He's yet to see the movie yet. He's still a little small for it. But one of the things I enjoy about it is when I get to speak about him, just how Jack talks about himself. I go, you know what little Jack Burton did today? And Jack Burton always does this. It's fun for us. And it's also, it's not like that, unorthodox of a name. His first name is Jack and his middle name is Burton.
That's hilarious. I love it. Love it. All right, so let's crack this thing open. Show them the
Wonderful
show them
cover.
Love the
Wonderful cover.
Love the
Got him in
cover,
front of
course.
the statue from the end fight.
All right.
All right. We have the packet of documents first. We have the announcement story about it.
Very cool.
We have the cast list, cast and crew.
Very cool.
And huge. This is probably one of the biggest booklets we've had about the production information here. And we'll put all these up on screen for you like always.
Very nice.
Got our nice little paper bag full of, paper bag by Carey, full of
bag by
photos. If you've
Carey.
seen our previous episodes, it's a throwback for you. We got a nice two-picture still here of John Carpenter behind the camera, and then one of him and old Jack Burton at the bottom. We have another two-still image here of them entering the underworld and preparing to go down there in Egg Shen's little warehouse. We have a four-square here of Mr. Lo Pan in his various forms. We have another one of the three storms, and then Lo Pan with one of his green-eyed brides. Have a couple action shots here of Jack Burton and Wang, one with the Royal Guard, one in the alleyway with the truck.
Very cool. Very, very cool.
Got a nice headshot of Kurt as the titular character there, Jack Burton.
Kurt Russell. Jack Burton.
Got Jack here with some of the leading ladies, getting ready to be married to Lopan. Here they are, along with Wang now, getting ready for their escape.
Very cool.
Some more of the cast members side by side. We have Kim and Dennis here. And then we're getting ready for the two green-eyed ladies to perform the burning blade test before they see if they're worthy to marry the little crazy old man.
Ouch.
Ouch. I'll pass this on over to you as well.
Such a great.
It's a nice one.
Folder. It's so great.
I'm
So
hoping,
good.
like I said, he comes to a convention sometime soon, and we'll get little Jack his signature, and he can have his keepsake for his namesake.
The real Jack Burton.
real Jack Burton.
Jack Burton. Now let's talk about some of the scenes. I mean, there's a lot of scenes in this movie that stuck out, and I mean, we could go on and on and on about this movie because, of course, it's not just your favorite, but it's also my favorite movie.
It's so good.
It's so good. It's so good. I love the truck intro when they finally show Jack Burton in the truck because, of course, Egg is kind of retelling the story at the beginning, but then they cut to Jack Burton and he's in the truck. I love that montage sequence of him just doing those one-liners. And of course, we're gonna say a couple of these one-liners. This is Jack Burton on the Pork Chop Express, and I'm talking to whoever is listening out there. Whoever's listening out there. Like I told my last wife, I said, "Honey, I never drive faster than I can see, and besides, it's all in the reef." I love this because it shows you like what kind of a guy this guy is.
In between him bantering, he just takes a big old bite out of a sub that he's holding while he's driving the truck.
I do love that. But this is kind of like a foreshadowing because he's so used to using his reflexes, and that's his thing. His reflexes, and it like throughout the movie you see his reflexes in play. It's amazing. He's got amazing
multiple
reflexes.
tests of such,
and
which you failed horribly.
Oh, it's terribly. And then of course another great one-liner that he does, or a little phrase, I guess we should say, is. You're listening to the old Pork Chop Express and take his advice on a dark and stormy night. All right? When some wild-eyed, 8-foot tall maniac grabs your neck and taps the back of your favorite head up against a barroom wall, he looks you crooked in the eye and asks you if you paid your dues. You just stare that big sucker back in the eyes and remember what old Jack Burton says at a time like that.
Yes, sir. The check is in the mail.
I love it.
That's probably the most quotable
Yes.
scene from the movie. I mean, that's
so,
the one everybody says that
it's
one.
It's so good. It's so good. And then, of course, we get to the part, because he's driving a truck. He's a truck driver.
And then, I mean, let's go right there, too, is the old Pork Chop Express. You'll see the sign back there.
Express.
You got to love the name of the truck.
It's amazing. So, like, as a kid growing up, like, I always saw that, but it wasn't until as an adult, I think it was like maybe 4 or 5 watches ago, that I didn't realize that he's literally hauling pigs.
Right.
He's literally hauling pigs. And I was like, oh my gosh, how did I never catch this?
And I have to point out, little Jack Burton has a semi-power wheel.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I bought decals that say the Pork Chop Express.
Maybe we can find it and show them some pictures.
It might be a good idea. I think we have a couple stills of it later
It's
on.
amazing. It's amazing. But so he gets to this market and they're unloading his goods, and he spends some time there. He spends some time there at the market, not shopping, of course. He is 100% gambling.
Drinking and gambling.
And they stay up all night. And this is one of his buddies. You could tell, like, all right, after the night's over, he's there with one other person, and it's Wang. It's Wang Chi.
And Wang has not had the lucky night.
He has not had a lucky night. He is not at all. And he's upset because he's lost some money. And he says this double or nothing thing. He's like, hey.
Nothing or double.
Nothing or double. That's exactly.
Because he says it.
He says it backwards.
Yes.
He does. He definitely says it backwards. Nothing or double. And then he says, I can cut this bottle in half. And then Jack goes, not that bottle. And he takes the last sip of his beer.
And it's a cleaver, basically.
Yes, and he puts it down. And he goes to chop the thing. And it shows you, like, the reflexes of Jack here. This is like he's got reflexes. The thing flies up, and of course Jack catches it. And this is something that I never caught until I guess like a 5 or 6 watches ago, like recently watching it for the show, was Wang remarks here, and he may have been playing, but I kind of took it as no, I think maybe he's being serious because he says, I was able to do it at home. I think that's what he says, right? He
Yes.
says,
It always works
It
at
always
home."
works at home. So he's like practicing to cut bottles and with the cleaver.
And to be fair, I would expect if you to hit a bottle that hard, it's just going to shatter.
It's gonna shatter.
Yes.
It's gonna shatter. So it just blows my mind. It always works at home. He says, "Well, have me over for dinner some year and prove it."
Improve it.
Pay up. He's like, "I don't have that kind of money." And it's like, "Well, you own a restaurant. The hell you have
a lot more than I
money, a lot
do."
more money." He's like, "Oh yeah, that's right. I do have a restaurant." Well, I mean to say that I don't have that kind of money on me. Oh, it's so great. It's so great. And of course, they have a little back and forth, and he's like, "Well, I gotta go." And
Jack just thinks he's trying to flee
like,
the bill,
he's
basically.
Like, no, this ain't happening. He's like, "I'm gonna follow you." He's like, "Yeah, no, you don't. Yeah, I gotta go just meet me at my restaurant." And he's like, "No, pay the money now." I was like, "Well, I gotta go to the airport over my dead body
If need be.
if need be." And of course, they get in the truck and they go. While they're in the truck driving to the airport. I love the back and forth there because it's like, it shows like, yeah, he owes him money.
But they're old buddies.
But they're still buddies about it. They're still buddies about it. And
He's
he's
just
like,
basically breaking his balls.
yeah,
the
and
whole
he's
time.
like, so why are we going to the airport? He's like, well, we're going to go pick up a girl. He's like, well, I don't want to talk about it. He's like, me and me going to pick up a girl. He's like, I'm going to pick a girl from China. He's like, all right, I've never done that before.
they're surface level buddies though, because he doesn't even know he's got basically a fiance or what I mean.
Yep. And he's like, I'm going to pick up this girl, and it's like, and I've picked up girls from everywhere else, but never from China. And it's like, no, you don't understand. She's my fiance, and it's like you could see the love for her.
Oh yeah,
there. He's like, no,
he's Twitter pated.
He's like, I came here from China. I've been saving up all my money to bring her here. It's for a better life, and it's just like, okay, so they get to the airport and they're waiting for her, and of course Jack sees
Kim Cattrall,
Gracie Law.
she really doesn't want nothing to do with him.
She wants absolutely nothing to do with him.
He's all trying to flirt with her and like kind of hit on her.
It's so funny.
What I love about it, she's all concerned to pick up the person she's there to pick up, who she's a
Tara. Yep.
She's a legal advocate for immigration.
Yep.
And what I love is like basically he's basically trying to get her to go get a drink with him or something, and she goes, says something about not somebody in your situation. He goes, well, what exactly is my situation? And she goes something about you should stand downwind of yourself. It's Miller time.
I like after that there's like a whole little back and forth there because Wang's like, go over and talk to her, and he's like talking to her, and then he looks at Wang and they kind of make eye contact, Jack and Wang, and then when he turns back, Gracie Law's gone.
Yes.
And there's a
little old lady smiling at him.
Like, ah.
Isn't she missing some teeth or something?
I don't remember. But it's just it's the comical like filming because it's like, all right, she's gone, now there's another person, and he's like, whoa, where'd she go? And of course, this is where we see the Lords of Death. And
they got their sunglasses, like the little slit
and
holes in them.
They try to grab Tara, and they. One of them pulls out a butterfly knife, and he's like,
you gotta have a butterfly knife.
He's like, whoa, where did you get that? It's like, hey, like, where'd you get that? And of course, they rush off, and there's a big chase scene here, and they grab Yao Yin. And this is the start of the adventure. This is where the adventure starts. Yes. So they take her, and there's a big chase scene in the parking lot, and Wang is basically ready to die for her.
Yes.
Right then and there. And
Jack's just along for the ride.
Jack is along for the ride. He kind of thinks he's like, all right, I'm gonna do something, and of course he does. He does help because the car is basically speeding towards Wang, and he's standing in the middle of the aisleway in the parking garage, and he's not gonna move. He's basically just gonna stand there and get hit by the car.
Right.
And Jack Burton basically dives in and saves him, which is like amazing. It's both amazing that he was going to stand there and just get hit by the car.
Those reflexes, John.
And it's amazing. It's exactly what it is. It's the reflexes, and it's amazing. And then of course, they get in the truck, and they're looking for them back in Chinatown because they know they know it's the Lords of Death. They're like, all right, we got to go find her. And this is where, as they're kind of speeding through the old Chinatown, we see Egg Shen
driving his little ratty tour bus, Eggshen Tours, and
it's so great because he's bouncing around and they're having a great time.
he's talking into like the speakerphone because it's like any kind of tour bus where they're describing what's happening around them, and then they basically have to swerve around the Pork Chop Express, and he's basically driving where he shouldn't be driving and like running through street elements and stuff like that.
Exactly. It's so comical and it's great, and of course they do a quick turn from the street with that truck into this
turn right now,
right into this very, very narrow alleyway, and he's going real slow because he's like, all right, I'm in this alley, and he's looking up, and I think there's like a lady up there, like
they're closing things,
closing their windows. There was like somebody, like I think
somebody throws something out, and then like a bucket of water,
something. It's crazy, and it's like it's like they get to this parade is basically what Jack thinks it is. He's like,
you hear like these drum beats, and
he's like, what is this, a parade? And of course, Wang's, no, it's a funeral. And he's like, okay, it's like they're the Fighting Tongs, and he's like, oh, okay, the Fighting Tongs, all right. It's like, and they say these are, it's like they're the good guys. They're the good guys. It's like, well, maybe we should try a different route because they're basically gonna get blocked in.
Well, I mean, they're basically, like you said, it's so narrow.
It's so narrow.
It's either forward or reverse.
Forward or backwards. And as they're trying to make the determination of where to go from that point in the truck, Jack Burton sees some guys behind this truck kind of creeping up.
And they're holding some weapons, and they're looking all angry, and there's hatchets, and
it does not look promising by any means. And he's like, hey, these Sing Dings, that's what
Chang sings.
These Chang Sings. They got enemies, the Wing Kong, who wear red turbans.
And then like Wang is like, oh no.
And this is one of my favorite scenes. This is one of my favorite scenes in the movie. This street fight here is just bananas.
The weapons they have are so random too. Like some dudes are just carrying like a 2x4 and stuff like that.
Yes.
Besides like, there's people with guns, there's people with cleavers, there's people with everything.
Everything. It is all manner of ancient and modern weaponry. You see the one guy, he's got like a hatchet, and then the other guy has like bandolier ammo. Yes. He's got like the revolvers and stuff. It's like, what is this, the Wild West? I guess it kind of was, because this was going to be a Western, so it makes sense.
Interjecting some of that stuff, basically.
It's so great, and it's, I love in this when the good guys, whenever they kind of like beat somebody up and they like team up, they do like the whole like, yeah, it's like their signal, yeah, it's great. I love that.
Which Wang does throughout as well.
And it's one of those things as a kid, I used to do that all the time. Like we would like go do something or like make a play, like playing basketball. Yeah, it's the dumbest thing. Whatever. Oh man! And then of course, as they're in the middle of the fight, the arrival of the three storms,
the ball of green lightning, and they come floating down, and there's smoke, and there's all the, they do their little kata, each one, shows close-ups of each of their eyes. I always remember, because like I don't even know how to refer to the hats. When I was a little kid, I always thought like they're like these basket-looking hats on their heads, and then you get these close-up of each of their intimidating eyes, and each one of them has their unique weapons that they're using. I love the guy. I can't. Is it rain or it's lightning with the spinning?
Yes, I always get the storms mixed up. The only one I know is lightning. The other two,
thunder. I always knew is the one that explodes. Lightning's the one, and then rain's the one that fights Wang.
Gotcha. So like, yeah, they're there. They're performing they're doing their showboating to see what they're about, and everyone is just kind of standing there watching. And then a couple of guys step up, and they all grab their knives, and then they all just start fighting each other. And
Wang's
this
like, no questions, Jack!
This is just like, Wang is like, get us the heck out of here. And he's like, no, just get us out of here.
And each one of the storms, one by one, ducks away from the truck.
Yes.
And then, before you know it, you have the imposing figure of Lo Pan just standing there. And you're not expecting it, but they just barrel over him. Like
right
it's like, poof, and they just drive right over him. And then like Jack's distressed, so he climbs out of the truck, and like he's basically going to check it out. And there is Lo Pan already up and ready. And that's when the light comes out of his eyes and his mouth, basically blinding Jack. And Jack's confused, and Wang shuffles him away. They get away from the truck, and he's splashing water into his eyes because he says he can't see, and they splash water into his eyes so he can regain his vision. And he's asking questions like,
"So it's okay, it's only temporary. Bend over, splash some water, some dirty oil,
street, alley water."
Right in his face. It's like, it's the Lord of Death. It's the Lord of... And it's crazy because of the way this is filmed, and like this alleyway area is like a giant like figure eight. Because they go down one alley and then they're in another place and they're in there and they just keep kind of like going around, and they eventually get back to the bad guys. It's like they run like 50 feet. It's like not even that.
Well, they end up going through like a crawl space, window.
Yep. And it's like they go back and they see the aftermath of the storms. There's just bodies
they've annihilated everybody.
They're still fighting.
Yes.
They're just still fighting, guys, and they're just everywhere. And then, of course, they crawl through this window, and they're in this like basement area, and there's people down there. So they're kind of like, "Whoa, who are they?"
Startled, like, why are people coming in through here?
And it's the Chang Sings, and it's like, all right, so this is where we find out that the Lords of Death are controlled by the Wing Kong. So they're like a subgroup of the Wing Kongs, and they're
who is led by Lo Pan and the Storms.
Yeah. So and of course they run out of there, and it's
they're like the street level gang of like the higher up mythical people. They end up trying to track the ladies down. They find out that they're at the White Tiger.
The White
Tiger. Basically like a brothel that they've taken the ladies to or not ladies.
So even that whole interaction there too is it's real comical to me. Like even before that, but this brothel scene before they go into the brothel is one of my favorite scenes. So it's like Gracie Law is there. She's like, I got a great idea. And the great idea is, all right, we'll have you, Jack Burton, go in. And it's like, all right, I'll do my best. Well, the thing is to make them drop their guard.
Right.
And it's like, all right, the thing is to look stupid. And
he does.
He does. He does. And the next scene, of course, you see him, Jack Burton, with glasses,
a ridiculous suit.
And it's like, boy, it sure is raining cats and dogs. And this is something that's cool about this movie, is this scene where he's in that brothel in the lobby. He's wearing this suit.
Oh yeah,
it's like this 70s.
It's like this brown
leisure
suit.
70s suit. This is actually he's wearing one of the same suits that he was wearing in used cars from 1980. That's just mind blowing.
I love when they do little throwbacks like that.
I love that too.
And he's trying to do a character where he's just like this little awkward nerdy guy, basically.
Yes, and he's trying to infiltrate. And then of course it cuts to outside, and Gracie Law and Eddie, they're sitting, and I think it's Wang, they're sitting in the car, and Gracie Law, she sees another car. She's like, hey, I think I know that car. And so she goes over to the car and gets in, and this is where we introduce a new character, and this is Margot. This is Margot, and she gets in. It's like what building is it? It's that building right there. It's the White Tiger, and then she's like this like nervous, like almost like a wreck of a person, very naive.
And I feel like it's funny because like she acts like she's some like reporter that'll do anything to like I'll do anything to get my story.
That's what she says. She says like, God, this place is creepy. Do we have to go in? Because I will if I have to. I'll go anywhere or do anything to get the story.
Even as a child, I was like, I don't think she's a real good reporter.
She's trying to get her big break. Right. She's trying to get her big break, Carey.
She's like somebody pretending to be a reporter, basically.
Oh, it just cracks me up. And she's like, just sit tight. We've got our best man inside right now, stirring the pot. I love it. And of course we cut.
I love how she thinks that that's their best man too, because she didn't seem to have much confidence in Jack before that.
Oh my gosh, it's so hilarious. And of course, this whole scene here, the Storms show up, and they take Miao Yin. And Jack...
Just as Jack's trying to get back to her.
Just as Jack is trying to get to her.
He requests a girl with green eyes, but they're like, Chinese girls don't come in with green eyes.
Yes.
So it shows her in the other room, and they actually place him with a different girl, and he's just asking questions about girls coming and going, and then down comes the storm.
Yep, the 3 storms arrive to take Miao Yin, and Jack tries to do the hero thing here. He definitely tries to do the hero thing here, and it's...
I think it's Rain.
It's Rain. I believe
Yes,
it's Rain.
it's Rain, the one that...
Rain is there walking towards them, and of course, Jack takes the hat, the basket hat, and lifts it up, and he cocks his fist and gives him one real good punch right in the face. And it
He's
does
not
nothing.
phased. He's not phased.
So he gives him another really good, just stiff hit right in the face. And it does nothing to him. Of course, he moves his head from the punch, but he's not
like, it's
phased.
nothing.
It's not phased at all. And he just kind of nods. I think he says something. He's like, yeah, well, or something like that.
But I have to point out too, though, like when lightning comes down to get her, and all the lightning effects, that's amazing for the time period.
It is. Because
it's something like, at least as a child, I hadn't really seen anything like that before. And what's even crazier is it's not like today's CGI. Like, that is all hand painted stuff.
It's something.
Like, so, I mean, they like frame by frame, like painted that lightning effect. You know what I mean? It's animation, basically.
It's insane. It's insane. It is.
And it looks amazing. And it still holds up to today. I mean, because it's well done. Like, somebody took the time to, tediously draw out that effect, basically, on the stills.
It is insane. And it's, of course, they escape, and Jack gets thrown back, and the next scene they cut to is I believe they're in Gracie Law's like apartment or her office or whatever it is, and Jack is on the phone.
Aren't they at the restaurant?
Is it the restaurant?
I think it might be the restaurant.
They're somewhere. Well, Jack is on the phone, and of course, he's trying to get his
insurance company
he's like,
there better be a policy.
It's not real. I want to talk to the cops. I want my truck back. Now, where am I? And it's like, and of course, Margot, this is so shocking. I must be so monumentally naive. And then Eddie, you are. Oh, man. And of course, then we go to the Wing Kong Trading Company, and this is
how they infiltrate.
This is how they infiltrate Lopan Sanctum.
And this isn't our first movie that they've infiltrated pretending to be a phone company. This is the second time we've watched a movie, the first one being Inner Space with the bad guys.
Yes.
But in this one, they basically show up. There's the security guards at the front desk. And they're like, don't get up, phone company. All right, boys, where's the main line? Probably right through here, huh? And they just walk past them, and they're gonna go looking for the green-eyed girl, and they get to a sign that says. And Jack says, what does this say? Yeah, it's in Chinese. Jack asks what it says, and Wang teases him. He says, hell of burning oil. And he goes, you're kidding. And he goes, yes, I am. It says keep out.
I love how they constantly get each other.
Oh, yeah.
They constantly get each other, and they're constantly
little digs, little teases.
Digs back and forth, and it's all throughout the movie, and I just love it. And of course, they enter the elevator, and it floods.
That's cool too. Like, it's like this whole you're entering all these like trap rooms, basically.
Yes,
as soon as they're in the elevator, and it's not very long, and the water just starts filling up, and before you know it, they're prying the doors open, and they're swimming. There's corpses hanging upside down on chains.
And Jack asks, like, man, where are we? And when answers, he's like,
hell of the upside down sinners.
And this is where they get captured.
They look up through the grate, and there's the storms.
This is where they get captured by Lopan, and he's in his old man form.
Which was confusing the first time you saw it as a child, especially because you're like, that's Lopan? What was the guy in the alleyway?
So this movie, I mean, there's a lot in between there to, like, they get captured. They kind of get tortured a little bit by one of the storms.
He's got like the ball that he's telepathically controlling, just hitting him with it in the stomach basically over and over.
And then they wheeled him blindfolded to
strapped to like pseudo wheelchairs.
And they meet him. They wheel him in to meet Lopan, and I love this scene here because it shows the comical quirkiness of Lopan.
It's so funny.
And it's the rant that he does here. He's talking about Chang Ti. So this is Lopan. He says, "I must marry a girl with green eyes to rule this universe from beyond the grave. The god I must appease to regain my heart, my blood. A girl with green eyes to satisfy Chang Ti."
His demon.
This is demon. Yes, it's like when I find her, I will marry her. And Wang, of course, understands because
he knows the lore.
He knows the lore, and he knows that it's Miao Yin.
Yes,
he knows
she has green eyes, so she fits the bill.
Yes, and Wang just instantly one word, never. Never. And then, of course, Lo Pan continues, "Then Chang Ti will be happy and my curse will be lifted." And then Jack is sitting there because he's kind of soaking it all in. And he's in his typical Jack Burton, just like cool, calm, cool, collected. He's just like, well, you know.
You telling me in 2,000
he's
years?
Like, well, before that, he says, "You can go off and rule the universe." He says, "That Chang Ti will be happy and my curse will be lifted." And Jack immediately just interjects, "Then you can go off and rule the universe from beyond the grave." And then his
little
response,
gleeful man.
"Indeed." And Jack's like, "Or check it to a psycho ward, whichever comes first."
That's what I love about the old man Lopan too. Is he's just got this little wacky gleefulness and like
it's so fantastic. And then of course Jack's rebuttal to this whole thing is like 2,000 years and you can't find a broad to fit the bill, Dave. You must be doing something seriously wrong.
And I feel like Lopan almost takes the dig personally. Oh,
yes.
There have been others. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, he gets serious again. You know what I mean? He's not doing the little giggly stuff anymore.
And of course, right then, they get interrupted because there's a monitor off to the side, like a black and white closed-circuit television monitor with a camera. And it's, of course, some of Jack and Wang's friends coming to try to rescue him. And he's like, "Who are these people? Friends of yours? This really pisses me off." I love
the really pisses me off.
Oh man, it's so great.
His delivery is amazing throughout the movie. When he's serious, he's great. I love when he's comical like that.
He is a phenomenal actor.
Yes.
Phenomenal actor. And of course, we get to the room of the skeletons, and they're there, and there's like a little bit of back and forth between Wang and Jack, and it's one of those Jack's like, "Well, we're dead, you know, we're dead." And then Wang says, "No, like Lopan has plans for us, or we would be dead as doornails." And it's like, well, which Lopan? Little old basket case on a wheels, or 10-foot tall roadblock? It's like one and the same. And then of course, we go to this is one of your pick scenes. So.
I love basically when they start like, you know, preparing to go rescue the ladies. Mm-hmm. It's just like in most like 80s style movies, there's always the prep for the final challenge kind of thing. And they're at Egg Shen's office, which is wildly enough, it's the same. It's Fire Station 23, the same building they used for the interior of Ghostbusters.
That is so cool.
And it's like, as a kid, I never noticed that. You know what I mean? It's neat to see those kind of things as you rewatch them as an adult. Mm-hmm. And Jack's basically asking if they have guns, and Egg shows him a big revolver he pulls out, and he's like, you know, "Here's one for you, make you feel better," like Dirty Harry. And they basically follow Egg to all of his, his cachet of, stuff that he has, in store for the adventure. He's got his 6 demon bag that he's carrying, and he's grabbing sorcery elements and other relics to pack in the bag to bring with him on their adventure. And what I found wild was right in, you're like, well, how are they going to get there? And then all of a sudden there's like these, a fire pole thing, in a fire station, and they have these cement blocks covering it. Mm-hmm. And they pull it, and you see this otherworldly glow, and there's a mist, coming up out, and it's like, oh, you just got a portal to the bad guys right here in your shop here, and Jack's like, where does it lead? And Egg says, down. Lopan is down there. And Jack says, down where? And he goes, where is the universe? And Jack says, once they get down there, and the environment's great.
It is great. I love this.
That's what I love too. Is it looks amazing, mm-hmm. and the set dressing, and it looks so realistic. And that's what I miss is the practical effects. That's not CGI or anything like that. That looks like a real underworld scenario. And Jack says, or he points out that is not water. And Egg looks at him and goes, black blood of the earth. And Jack says, you mean oil? And he goes, no, I mean black blood of the earth. And Egg's just one of my favorite dudes because he's just like, he's just that no nonsense. Oh, I mean, but unless he wants it to be nonsense old man, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like he's serious, but he's also like a goofy little old man at the same time. And as they're traversing the underworld there, all of a sudden some like practical effect monster comes popping out of the wall, which I'm assuming it's some kind of puppeted thing, and just grabs one of the people along with him and just pulls them right into the wall, chomping them down. And all of a sudden, Egg reaches into his bag and chucks a little explosive like smoke bomb, whatever. It's some kind of explosives, fend him off and
magic.
Yeah, magic. And you will come out no more. And Jack's all distressed, like, what will come out no more? And it's like the next thing, they're doing more prep, and Egg has a potion he wants them all to drink, which, I couldn't talk you into drinking earlier. But
I won't drink out of your dirty flask.
If I had a little gold chalice like Egg, maybe next time it'll convince you. But it's like, it's got the little smoke effect on it. And I love Jack's like, what's in the flask kind of thing. And what's in the flask? Magic potion? And Egg goes, yeah. Like he's just yeah.
I love that part.
The way he's like, yeah. And Jack's like, thought so. What do we do? Drink it? And Egg just goes, like, yeah. And Jack's like, good, thought so. And then they all drink it. And I love when they get in the elevator. They talk about like how good they feel. And, like, you know what I mean? Like
they're all like, yeah.
But stepping back a second, I do think like Egg said something about give you a good buzz or something like that. You know what I mean? And, it's little silly things. Like I love the action aspects, but I love those just the little comedy. Even just the way Egg just is. Yeah.
It's the back and forth, and it shows like these are all phenomenal actors.
Yes.
All phenomenal actors, and I love the writing, and I love the banter between them, and it's an action movie. But it's also a comedy.
Oh, it's so silly. There's so many silly parts.
And like you said, like when he says, is that a magic potion? Yeah. So what do we do? Drink it?
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. There's other scenes there too afterwards, of course, that this whole we'll get to in a second. But after they because they've infiltrated Lopan's domain now. They're in his palace.
So many wild things.
They're there and they're seeing the wedding happen. And Jack, of course, wants to take off and stop the wedding, but he's like, no, we have to wait because Egg is trying to tell him like, look, we have to wait. We have to wait till he becomes human.
Yes.
Once he gets
because
married,
he can't kill him. He's a spirit, basically.
Spirit form. It's like, yeah, we might be able to dispel him, but he's gonna come right back.
Right.
So we have to wait till he becomes
mortal.
flesh, so that we can actually get rid of him for good. So they get married, and this is the wedding scene. This is one of my favorite scenes. This whole fight scene here. They're all there. They've all drank the potion. There's like a whole basically army of Lopan's guys
they
there.
Have the Royal Guards.
There's just so many, the Wing Kong guys. They're there. They're all looking at the wedding, and they're seeing this. And there's like, I think maybe like 5 guys with like, it's like Jack Burton, Wang.
Right, and they're supposed to take on everybody.
And like 3 of those Wing Sing, the Wing Sing guys. And it's like, all right, these guys are going to take on this whole, but you know what? They drank a potion, so that's okay.
That's all they needed.
It's okay. And they're there and they're waiting. And of course, as soon as they give the order to go attack, all the guys run out. And of course, Jack, what does he do?
He fires his gun, and there's like an archway he's standing in. And once he fires he just shoots a couple rounds up, and like rocks hit him in the head, and he's just on the ground.
He is out. And so this fight scene, most of the stunts in this are not done with wire.
It's wild. I did not know this.
This is something that
these guys are flying through the air.
In the research, we found that this sequence was performed with trampolines.
Normally something like this they would do with like, harnesses and wires. Like they're doing these jump fighting attacks with trampolines, and it's just like...
It is mind-blowing.
Because you have Wang fighting with Rain. And they're they're like, it's basically like they're flying through the air.
Yes.
And like, as they fly past each other, they're
hitting,
they're sword fighting. And it is insane. And what's cool is it jumps around, you know what I mean? Like you're seeing, a segment of them fighting together, and then you see Egg engage Lopan. You see Jack engaging a royal guard.
Yep.
It's all happening in sequence. The other henchmen are fighting their allies, and Jack's got to do the boot knife. And I love when Egg and Lopan, and basically Lopan's trying to big dog Egg the whole time. He's like, little petty dirty wizard kind of thing. He calls her peasant magic. And I love they're having the almost like a force battle. I don't know, what I mean? Like, and they have their two different colors of light. But I love that Lopan's like, he's like doing the thing with his pinkies, and like, Egg's like this, and they have their two spirit warriors in the center fighting. That was amazing.
That was amazing. It was amazing to me. I love
still
that
holds
as a kid.
up. Still looks gorgeous. It's still amazing.
In this whole battle here, it's comical because you see all these guys fighting and they're all doing things. But like going back to Jack Burton, of course he gets knocked out. When he finally comes to, he's basically, he only fights one guy.
Yeah.
He only fights one.
He misses like the whole fight almost.
He barely takes the guy out because he's on his back and he pushes the knife through his boot, and the guy basically is dead there.
And then he's stuck under him because he's got that heavy armor on him. So he's like, he's stuck under him. What I love after that is when he finally gets out from under him, he jumps out to fight. And everybody's already defeated, basically.
Everyone's done,
So he's missed the whole fight because he's been, first he's unconscious, and then second he's trapped under the guy, and by the time he gets himself out, doesn't he have the knife in his mouth?
Yes, Ha! That's early.
Then he's got like a look of like disappointment almost.
It's so funny. And that just shows you because it happens multiple times.
Oh yeah.
It happens when they're trying to escape earlier. It happens, And
he just bumbles his way through things.
He has the knife and he like accidentally chucks it somewhere and he goes to find it and he comes back and everyone's gone or everyone's already been defeated. But yeah, so this part, they go to chase Lopan up that little staircase thing, and of course,
he's fleeing with Miao Ying.
Yes. So of course, Wang Chi and Jack Burton run off to go get Lopan, and this I guess you can call it the final battle scene. This is the final battle scene. They're in that like long
it's lined with Buddha statues
where they perform the flying sword thing,
burning
blade ceremony, and of course Jack is up there and Thunder comes in. And he's like, oh great, so now I'm gonna have to like fight Lopan and Thunder.
He like breaks a statue in front of him.
And this was one of the coolest things for me was Wang comes in and the way his entrance here.
He's running full speed.
And he just kind of tumbles in and it's one of those like, okay, now it's.
Doesn't he do one of these again?
Yes, and I don't remember if he does that, but it's comical to me to see like, okay, Jack Burton is there with Lopan and Thunder. Wang comes in, and instead of Thunder going after Jack Burton,
he switches.
He sees him as no threat at all. At all.
This is some dingus.
He's just like, all right, we're gonna fight this guy, and he's chasing him around. And it's so comical because like he's there with Gracie Law. And this is one of the cool things.
She's still in her bridal.
This is one of the coolest things part of this movie, and something that I didn't know until we did research on this scene. But when Jack Burton and Gracie Law they kiss, the makeup that she's wearing comes off on him, and he's now wearing lipstick. So the lipstick comes off, and this was an unintentional gag. It was just something that it just
added in.
The lipstick that she was just wearing just came off very easily, and of course, doing the research, they just went with it. They went with this. And this is something that's really cool, too, because, like, a normal high-paying star actor would not go with this.
Right.
They'd be like, no.
They take themselves too seriously.
And this was really cool. So in one of it's like, this is improvised, and when they saw the makeup, they used it, that easily came off. Carpenter notes this as an example of how certain actors, they won't let themselves look
foolish.
like fools, But Russell, he just kind of leaned.
He was
into
enjoying it.
and this is how he was the perfect casting person for this role, because he doesn't take himself seriously, and neither does Jack Burton.
I love before he goes off to confront Lopan, she tries to like.
She tries to rub it off.
It's like she's trying to rub it off with her sleeve. You know what I mean? Hold on, wait.
It's so great. It's so great. And it's just one of those, like, you know.
Lopan doesn't seem very concerned with him either.
He's not concerned at all. And I'm speculating here. With the potion that, of course, Egg Shen gives to everybody, I like to think that it takes whatever abilities that they had,
amplifies,
and it amplifies it.
I feel like it gives confidence too. If that makes any sense. It gives confidence,
but I as a kid, I always thought, like, what was in the potion? I was like, oh, it just gives them whatever they were good at.
Placebo.
It's a placebo. Whatever they were good at, it just makes them better. And so, like, thinking back to the beginning of the movie, when Wang says, I can cut this bottle in half, like, he's very proficient and he's very good at the martial arts thing. Like, he knows how to use a sword. He's very graceful and elegant. He knows all the moves. So, like, it makes him 10 times better at that. And so thinking about that, and he's facing off.
Had he not taken the potion, maybe he's not going to be able to defeat Rain without it.
And so thinking about Jack Burton now facing Lopan, it's all in the reflexes. Of course, it's all in the reflexes. And of course, he takes the knife and he throws it at Lopan, and Lopan just kind of does.
He's not even close when he throws it.
Was it that, or I thought he just kind of like does one of these? I
don't think Lopan even moves. I think he just like he completely whiffs it, and it bangs off a statue behind him,
and it hits one of the gods or whatever. And he's like, "Oh, very nice blade, balanced," or something like that. Is what he says.
Goodbye, Mr. Burton, and throws it.
And this is of course where he defeats Lopan.
And it's a great shot. I mean, the quick catch and instant throwback and right in the forehead.
Yep. And of course he uses his reflexes, all in the reflexes. He catches it and throws it back.
And it has, like, you know, a catastrophic effect on everything. Like, all the statues start collapsing. And, you know, like, basically it's the turning of the tide, especially, you know, even though they were kind of winning before that, it's like everything just falls apart. Like, the whole sanctum is just like imploding.
Yep.
And Thunder comes in.
Oh, man.
And as a kid, I was like, what is happening? Like, Thunder's so upset, and he's standing there, and you're getting confused because he's like... Ugh.
Yep. And of course, Wagner's like, I don't think he's going to stop.
He looks like a garbage pail kid.
That's exactly what it reminded me of.
I love his feet are like bursting out of his shoes. I love that he cuts his belt off with the knife, and like he's even got air blowing out of him and
his ears.
It's so ridiculous. And
it's so ridiculous. And of course, that's kind of like the end of the movie. There's other parts in it too.
There's one I have to stress upon, because it's always the little simple things. When they're trying to flee up through the holes,
yes,
and like, you know, it's many feet up in the air, and it's just a hole in the ground.
The ceiling, it's a hole in the ceiling.
Egg and the others are up there, and Jack and Wang and Gracie and Meow are still down there, and
like up here.
How'd you get up there? And Egg goes, wasn't easy. And they shoot like the little like grappling thing. Yeah. It's like a little zip line that they go up. But I love the wasn't easy thing. It's so stupid.
It's so great. So this movie, it's also in the DVD and part of the DVD commentary. But Jack Burton, and this is something that you blew my mind too, because just as a kid, you know, Jack Burton's the hero. He's the main character. He's the main character portrayed to us in the movie. But clearly, he really isn't the main character.
He's more like the bumbling sidekick.
And when you told me that just kind of blew my mind, and it opened my eyes to see, like, no, this is how it actually is.
He wants to be the hero.
He wants to be the hero. And in the commentary, one of the DVD commentary, John Carpenter jokingly says that, you know, Kurt Russell's character, he's the hero of the movie, but other than killing Lopan and saving this,
I think he kills like 2 other people.
Yes, like
he shoots, like when he shoots him, he's like, first time you plug a guy,
plug a guy, yeah.
And then the knife and the Royal Guard. There might be a couple other. Yeah. I think that's pretty much it primarily.
Yeah, he's more of a sidekick with the entire movie.
He's comic relief.
It's fantastic. The movie all around is a great make. It's great. It's a great story. It's great.
And it's got a post-credit scene that we forgot to mention that fellow as well.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's the
throughout the movie there's they don't actually reference him in the movie, but like through like products later on and like comic books, I believe he's been dubbed the Wild Man.
The Wild Man.
He's like this furry creature running. And he's one of the ones that drags the ladies away with low pan. But at the end credit scene, you have, you know, as Jack's, as he's, you know, bantering into his radio like he is at the end, it shows, you know, the monster revealed at the back of his truck.
Yep.
You gotta love the credit scenes.
It's great. It's great. Now let's talk about some of these props that you knocked one over earlier.
I know. He'll forgive me, hopefully.
Which one was it?
It was rain.
Oh,
because we have rain and thunder and lightning. Here are the 3 storms that my wonderful wife Amy printed and then hand painted.
These are just magnificent.
We have this, which is a product from another episode. It's our first episode.
It's
Fake Machine Gun.
First episode of season 1, and now first episode of season 2.
So yeah, we brought it back because I figured it was a good representation of Jack's weapon, and got this little wild guy hanging behind me here. If you remember him from earlier, Josh still says he doesn't see him, but. He sure has been following me around. And we have the old Pork Chop Express logo and my 6 Demon bag and the awesome logo. The logo is really cool.
Oh my gosh, that's so great. So great.
I've always enjoyed the way the logo looked. And we have it on VHS and DVD and Blu-ray. And
anything special about any of these?
Not really. There is a special edition of the Blu-ray as well. This is just one of the standard ones. But the odd thing to note, it's still not on 4K. I do believe it's one of the only, if not the only, John Carpenter movie that's not been released on 4K, and I've yet to understand why that's the case. So I keep hoping we get a release on 4K because that's one of the few ones, one of my favorites that I can't own on 4K.
Yep. All right, so what does this movie mean to you, Carey?
It was just such a fun adventure. It was one of those ones where my family was sick of me getting it from the video store. They were, you know, sick of me watching it on TBS. Like, if it was on, I was watching it. If I was at a sleepover, we were watching it. If if we went to the rental store, or I used to borrow movies from my uncle's video store, it was one of 1 out of 10 times at least, maybe 1 out of 5 times, it was coming home with me to be watched again. And it's just one of those ones over the years. I've showed it to my, I'd make new friends. I'd be like, you never seen Big Trouble in Little China? I'd make them watch it. All my kids have watched it except for the one that's actually named after it. But again, like I said, he's just not quite old enough yet. And I'm hoping that'll be a special day when I get to sit down and watch it with him. But it's just fun. You know what I mean? It might have a few things that might be a little out of place for the modern, day, but I think it holds up as still being a reasonably decent movie, and so too. It doesn't have too questionable things or anything like that. It's meant to be fun. John Carpenter always makes great adventures.
Yep. He
likes to add a little bit of scariness to things, a little bit of silliness to things, and you gotta love his soundtracks.
Yeah.
He always does such cool synths, soundtracks. And something to point out to people, he actually goes around and performs this movie as a live show. He performs on stage with a band and has clips playing in the background of him performing the soundtrack. And it's
so cool.
It's just such a cool one. It always makes me smile. It always gets me worked up and happy.
Yep. This movie, as a kid, we had it on VHS. We recorded off of TV. So it was one of those, we would constantly watch it. And sometimes we would forget we'd have it, and it would come on TV. Be like, oh, yeah, this movie, yeah, let's watch it, great. I loved watching this movie as a kid. Whenever it came on, we would always watch it. So now let's talk about favorite characters. We know what you're. It's
got to be Jack Burton, and I love Wang. Something to point out too is we forgot to mention earlier the eyebrows. I love just he has little subtle funny things he does too. But Jack Burton's the goofball throughout the whole thing, and you know me, I tend to like the comedic aspects of things, and Jack, he's got all the crazy one-liners, and he's just an iconic character.
This movie. I really liked multiple characters. I can't put my finger on just one because I love Wang when he's When he's on screen, I love him. When Jack's on screen, I love him. I love Eggs so much.
Egg's one of the ones, like when you're younger, you kind of go for the low-hanging fruit, and then later on you appreciate those other characters.
Ones,
like Egg is amazing.
I love Lopan.
Yeah.
And when he's old man Lopan and he's talking to them, and all of his mannerisms, and of course he's wearing makeup, but even his mannerisms and the way he speaks back to them, and he's got this gleeful like hope that he's gonna be able to rule the universe.
Right.
And these two guys are just nothing to him, and he's just like, oh, I love this. Yeah. It's just, I love that. And I mean, even the minor characters. I loved Eddie. I love Gracie. I love Margot. They just their short screen time adds so much to the movie to me. And but I mean, you're right. Jack Burton is fantastic.
And it's one of those things where it's like you kind of have to wonder, after that final battle that we talked about, what was the aftermath of all that? It's kind of like, what happened to everybody after the big thing? It shows you the main characters. What happened to some of the little guys?
Oh man, that was crazy.
I don't think things are going well for us.
We need to find the 3 storms. They don't know what to do.
Thunder exploded.
Someone blew him up?
No, he held his breath until he inflated and exploded. Like,
that doesn't even make any sense.
yeah, I think he was a little upset because Lopan got killed.
They killed Lopan?
Yeah, the worst part, it was some truck driver wearing lipstick.
That pork chop truck guy?
I guess so. Apparently he's friends with Egg Shen and the guy whose girlfriend we kidnapped with the green eyes.
Dude, that's embarrassing. Dude lives thousands of years to get killed by a pork chop delivery guy? Oh,
Yeah.
it's just some lady.
It's not great.
Oh man, thought we were supposed to have it made after we got these girls with the green eyes.
I guess not.
Oh man, I already picked out my superpower. Lopan said we were gonna get superpowers.
It's not looking like it. He still owes me money for last week.
Oh man, maybe Lightning will know what to do. We gotta find Lightning.
Yeah, that's a no-go. Egg Shen pushed a boulder onto him.
That's crazy. How did they even get into the building?
I guess they pretended to be phone repair people.
Oh man, the old I'm a repairman grift. I guess that could happen, but how did they get past the Flying Eye Guardian?
Oh, he got it bad too. The lipstick dude shot him in the eye, and then Wang stabbed him in the head.
What? They shot him in the eye? Which eye?
He's all eyes!
They killed him. I'm gonna miss that guy. He gave the best flying piggyback rides.
Yeah, man, it was really messed up. I like that guy.
After all the training with the storms, I thought we were invincible.
Me too, man. Egg Shen had a 6-demon bag. He pulled out some potion, made him invincible.
Stupid Egg Shen and his stupid 6-demon bag. Where does he even get a 6-demon bag? That would be like a crazy commercial.
The 6-demon bag. It's stylish, it's durable, it's got tassels. Made from 100% EX skin. Plenty of space to keep your peasant magic. Room for all your magic relics and potions. Ultra durable for any battle. An airy feel to keep you light on your feet. The 6-demon bag.
Snap out of it, man. We got a dire situation at the moment. I hear they can't find the furry wild man. I hope he's okay.
Oh, man, rumor has it that he hopped into that pork chop guy's truck. I mean,
yeah, they're
probably
gonna
ran
get
away
him
together.
later.
Well, I mean, good for him. He needed a vacation, some tropical beach somewhere, drinking daiquiris or something.
Wait, what?
Well, wasn't expecting that, were we?
No, I'm glad Wildman's out there doing what he loves, snatching people.
Well, thank you again for watching another episode of a Now or Future presentation. I'm Josh Sanchez, and this is
Carey Williams.
where we don't just love 80s and 90s movies.
We live them.
Man, This daiquiri is absolutely fabulous. Cheers!